In this video, we will go through some more settings for using links at your site. Your links administrator and key area managers should be present for this training. Let's go to the admin module, then select Site, Other Site Parameters. Again, there are a number of tabs to work through here. Let's start with adding some further details for your site. Enter in the site name and ABN. You can use the 3 dots to find your company logo. This will appear on your home screen, reports run in links, and invoices. Enter in the finance code if needed. Enter the default state that will appear when typing addresses. Use the 3 dots to define a file path for saving your Word invoice templates to. Add in the location address. You have the option of showing a banner on your home screen instead of your logo. This can be useful for reminding your staff of something when they log in, such as Term 2 enrolments begin next week. The Stock Stores tab allows you to set up different areas for storing your stock. You can also assign different pricing at each store. If you are setting up more than one store, select one store to be the default. Enter in the address you want to show on your purchase orders when sending orders from links. We also need to set up tills for your site. Most locations will need an admin till for back of house purposes and a till for the front desk. If you have more than one cash drawer at your front desk, or perhaps a till at reception and another at the pool entrance, for example, you will need to set up a till for each. To add a new till, click Create Till. Type in a name for the till and click OK. Select the till from the drop-down menu. Select the store the till will be connected to for stock purposes, then click Add. If you are using Active Carrot, you will also need to set up a Web Applications till. The Templates tab simply shows the touchscreen layouts that have been set up for your site. These will be created later in the training. Under the Cards tab, if you are printing cards from links, you can select the card layout for each type of customer here. The Membership tab shows the membership categories at your site. These will be set up later in the training. The Visit Passes tab shows the Visit Pass categories at your site. These will also be set up later in training. The Class Types tab shows the class types set up at your site, and the Sessions tab shows the session categories set up at your site. These will both also be created later in training. The Access Points tab allows you to set points of entry for your site, such as reception or pool. To add a new access point, click Create Access Points. Type in the name, then click Add and OK. If you are using Active Carrot, you will need to set up an online access point here. The Class Web tab is used for settings in Class Web in Active Carrot. If you are using this feature, please refer to the Active Carrot user guide for what settings you will need to use. If you are using Active Carrot, you will also need the settings in the Active Carrot tab. Set a staff member for online membership sales. To create a new staff member, please refer to the Setting Up Staff training video. You will also need to set an online access point. The Security tab allows you to decide the parameters for your staff passwords. By selecting Strong Passwords, all staff passwords will need to be at least 7 characters and include upper and lowercase letters and numbers or special characters. You can also set here how many attempts someone can have to get their password correct before being locked out, and how often they will need to change their password. Under the SMS tab, you can set the From name that SMSs will be sent from if you are using no reply SMS. Under the Facility settings, you can select, if you wish, a warning to be displayed when you are making a booking for a client with amounts owing, a 7-day view to be the default in the visual facility booking screen, validate products and services for facility. This can be used if you are adding products or services that can be booked with a certain facility. Prompt for packs on attend. This will ask you to enter the number of people attending a booking. Show booking duration in hours instead of minutes. And show the copy prime usage message. You can also define an email address for copies of booking confirmations to be sent to. Set the default payment type for client bookings, either invoice or cash on arrival. Set the default client search option, either client name or company group. You can set up 2 time periods to show in the facility booking screen. This can help make the time you are looking for easier to find. For example, you can set up a morning period and an afternoon period. Use time drop-downs on vacancy screen. Select this if you want to select from a drop-down box to appear to select times. Leave this unselected if you want to enter times manually. If using this setting, select if you want the times to show as AM, PM or 24-hour time. The visits dashboard can be set up to give a live feed of how many visits have been made to the centre. You can set up a number of different tally types. Let's set one up to see how many members are entering. So we click New, type in a name for the tally and click Save. Then select what memberships, visit passes, services, class types and facilities we want to count attendance for. Then select the access points the visits will come through. You can also select Show Hourly Tally. If you will be allowing BPay as a payment method, you will need to fill in the BPay tab. Enter in your biller code. Then select the items that will make up your customer reference number and the order these items will appear in. The customer reference number will consist of the finance code set under the Details tab, plus the fields set here, such as Invoice ID, Client or Customer ID, Account ID, and Account Debtor ID. For more assistance setting up the BPay customer reference number, select the Help button for a full explanation. Once you have been through all the relevant tabs and applied your required settings, click Save. In the next video, we will look at customer account settings.